Ladies and gentlemen, there's a beautiful paradox at the heart of life. We are so often consumed by thoughts of the future, yet the only place we truly live is here, now in this present moment. The key to living your future begins not with a plan or a prediction, but with the way you choose to engage with life today. The present moment holds a profound power that many overlook, consumed as we often are by the rush of daily life or the pull of future ambitions. Yet this very moment, fleeting as it seems, is the only true reality we ever experience. It is not merely a stepping stone to the future or a residue of the past. It is the essence of life itself. To truly grasp this is to unlock a portal to endless possibilities, a gateway through which the future is born and shaped. We often treat the present as a means to an end. Conversations are hurried, tasks are completed without thought, and experiences are filtered through a lens of what's next. This mindset, while common, robs us of the vibrancy and depth that each moment offers. Life is not lived in some abstract future, it unfolds right here, in this breath, in this heartbeat, in this very second. When we pause to notice this, to fully inhabit the now, we awaken to its infinite potential. To live in the present moment is not to deny the importance of planning or learning from the past. Rather, it is about realizing that the power to shape both the past and the future resides in the choices we make now. The past is unchangeable, yet our relationship with it is malleable. Through mindfulness and intention in the present, we can reframe past experiences, finding meaning and growth where there was once pain or regret. Similarly, the future is not a preordained destiny, but a fluid, ever-shifting landscape shaped by the seeds we plant today. Every thought, word, and action we engage in becomes the building block of what is to come. When we treat the present as sacred, a shift occurs. Our senses heighten, and our awareness deepens. A simple breeze on the skin, the laughter of a child, or the quiet rustle of leaves becomes a profound experience. The mundane transforms into the miraculous, not because anything has fundamentally changed, but because we are truly present to witness it. This presence allows us to connect with life on a level that is both grounding and expansive. Yet living in the present is not always easy. The mind is a restless traveler, drawn to replaying past mistakes or projecting into future worries. This tendency creates a false sense of control, as if dissecting the past or forecasting the future will somehow protect us. But in reality, this mental noise often disconnects us from the richness of the now. Breaking free from this cycle requires a conscious effort to return to the present moment. Practices like deep breathing, mindfulness, or simply pausing to notice your surroundings can anchor you in the here and now. When we see the present as a portal, we begin to understand its transformative power. Each moment carries with it a choice. Do we respond with kindness or anger? Do we move forward with courage or retreat in fear? These small decisions, seemingly insignificant, ripple outward, influencing the trajectory of our lives. A kind word spoken today may plant the seeds of a meaningful relationship tomorrow. A moment of courage in the face of uncertainty can set the stage for growth and discovery. The present moment, when fully embraced, becomes a canvas upon which we paint the masterpiece of our lives. Moreover, the present moment holds the key to our personal growth. It is in the now that we face our fears, challenge our assumptions, and push the boundaries of our comfort zones. Growth does not happen in some far-off future. It unfolds moment by moment as we engage with life as it is, not as we wish it to be. By staying present, we allow ourselves to experience life fully, with all its joys and sorrows, triumphs and challenges. This raw engagement fosters resilience, wisdom, and a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. The portal of the present moment also connects us to a greater sense of purpose. When we are fully present, we become more attuned to our values, passions, and what truly matters. The distractions of life fade away, and what remains is clarity, a sense of alignment with our deeper selves. This alignment enables us to act with intention, creating a future that is not just a continuation of the past, but a reflection of our truest aspirations. In embracing the present moment, we do not abandon the future, we empower it. By grounding ourselves in the now, we create a foundation for a life that is authentic, purposeful, and alive. Each moment lived fully is a step toward a future that feels not only achievable but inevitable, a future born not of fear or haste but of presence and wisdom. The present moment is not merely time passing by. It is life itself unfolding in its purest form. To live in it is to step into a portal of infinite potential where the ordinary becomes extraordinary and the future is shaped with grace and intention. It is here, in this moment, that we find the key to everything we seek. Clarity through vision is not about seeing the entire path ahead, it's about illuminating the steps that lie directly before us. Vision is the lens through which we perceive our possibilities, and clarity sharpens that lens, helping us align our actions with our deepest values and aspirations. Without clarity, vision can become clouded by distractions, doubts, or external influences. But when we achieve clarity, our vision becomes a guiding light, pointing us toward a future that resonates with who we truly are. To understand clarity through vision, we must first recognize the difference between looking and truly seeing. Many people navigate life with a vague sense of where they want to go. They are influenced by societal expectations, fleeting desires, or fear of failure. In this state, their vision is unfocused and their actions lack intention. They may chase goals that are not their own or stumble through life hoping that clarity will eventually find them. But true clarity requires deliberate effort. It asks us to pause, reflect, and ask ourselves what we genuinely want and why. Vision is not about predicting the future or controlling every detail of what lies ahead. It is about aligning with a purpose that gives meaning to our actions. Clarity in this context means stripping away the noise, both internal and external, that obscures our true desires. It means quieting the doubts that whisper, "You can't," and silencing the distractions that lure us away from what matters most. This process demands honesty and courage. It asks us to confront the parts of ourselves that cling to comfort or fear change and to choose instead the path that feels right, even if it's not the easiest. Achieving clarity requires introspection. We must take the time to examine our values, passions, and the impact we wish to have on the world. These are not surface-level questions, they delve into the core of who we are. What do we truly care about? What drives us to wake up each morning and give our best? What legacy do we want to leave behind? When we take the time to answer these questions honestly, we begin to uncover a vision that feels authentic and personal. Once we have a vision, clarity helps us stay focused on it, even when life's challenges threaten to derail us. Distractions are inevitable in a world filled with noise and competing priorities. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer number of options and paths available to us. Clarity acts as a compass, reminding us of the direction we've chosen and helping us differentiate between what aligns with our vision and what does not. With this focus, we can say yes to opportunities that move us closer to our goals and no to those that lead us astray. However, clarity through vision is not rigid or inflexible. Life is dynamic and circumstances change. What matters is not clinging stubbornly to a fixed idea of the future, but staying true to the essence of our vision while remaining open to evolution. Clarity allows us to adapt without losing our way. It gives us the flexibility to recalibrate our path when necessary while keeping our ultimate purpose intact. An essential aspect of clarity is learning to trust ourselves. Doubt often creeps in when we question whether our vision is valid or whether we have what it takes to achieve it. This doubt can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in indecision or inaction. But clarity through vision fosters confidence. It reminds us that our path is uniquely ours to walk and that the journey itself is as valuable as the destination. Trusting our vision means believing in our ability to navigate challenges and grow stronger through them. Moreover, clarity through vision connects us to a sense of fulfillment. When we act in alignment with our vision, we experience a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction. Our actions no longer feel arbitrary or disconnected, they become part of a larger narrative that gives our lives meaning. Even small, everyday choices take on significance when they are aligned with a clear vision. This sense of purpose fuels our motivation, helping us persevere even when the road becomes difficult. Ultimately, clarity through vision is not about perfection or certainty. It is about seeing enough to move forward with intention, trusting that the rest will unfold in its own time. It is about holding space for both focus and flexibility, confidence and humility. With clarity, our vision becomes more than a dream. It becomes a powerful tool for transformation, a guide that leads us toward the life we truly desire. In the end, clarity through vision is a gift we give ourselves. It is a reminder that our lives are not meant to be lived passively or by default. We are creators, and with a clear vision, we can shape a future that reflects our highest aspirations. Through clarity, we reclaim our power to see not just what is, but what could be, and we take the first step toward making it a reality. Fear is a powerful force deeply embedded in our psyche. It has a way of creeping into our thoughts, shaping our actions, and limiting our potential. Often it masquerades as caution or practicality, convincing us that it is keeping us safe. While fear does serve a purpose, it alerts us to danger and prompts self-preservation. Its grip becomes problematic when it starts to control our lives. Letting go of fear is not about erasing it entirely, but about transforming our relationship with it so that it no longer dictates our choices or stifles our growth. At its core, fear thrives on uncertainty. It whispers worst-case scenarios into our minds and feeds off the unknown. It tells us that we are not capable, that we will fail, that we are unworthy. These narratives are often not based on reality, but on stories we've internalized, stories shaped by past experiences, societal expectations, or the fear of rejection and judgment. To let go of fear, we must first confront it. This requires courage, not to eliminate fear, but to look at it honestly and ask, what am I afraid of? Why does this fear hold power over me? Understanding fear begins with awareness. Many of us go through life unaware of how much fear influences our decisions. We avoid opportunities, relationships, or challenges because fear convinces us to stay in our comfort zones. But comfort zones, while safe, can also become prisons. They keep us from exploring our full potential, from stepping into the unknown where growth and transformation occur. To let go of fear, we must first acknowledge its presence and the ways it shapes our behavior. Letting go of fear also means challenging the beliefs that sustain it. Fear often thrives on exaggeration, creating scenarios that feel far more threatening than they truly are. For example, the fear of failure might lead us to believe that one misstep will ruin our lives or reputations. But when we examine this belief closely, we realize its irrationality. Failure is rarely as catastrophic as we imagine, and it often serves as a stepping stone to success. By questioning these exaggerated fears and reframing our beliefs, we weaken fear's hold on us. Another critical aspect of letting go of fear is embracing vulnerability. Fear often acts as a shield, protecting us from the discomfort of being exposed or imperfect. But true growth and connection happen when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a sign of courage. It means showing up as we are, even in the face of fear, and trusting that we are enough. When we embrace vulnerability, we take the power away from fear, proving to ourselves that we can face discomfort and emerge stronger. Letting go of fear also involves cultivating trust in ourselves, in the process, and in life itself. Fear often arises when we feel a lack of control, but the truth is that control is an illusion. Life is unpredictable, and no amount of planning can eliminate uncertainty. Instead of trying to control every outcome, we can learn to trust that we have the resilience and resources to handle whatever comes our way. This trust allows us to move forward even when the path ahead is unclear. One of the most liberating realizations in letting go of fear is understanding that fear is not the enemy. It is simply a part of being human. Fear is a signal, a messenger, pointing us toward areas where we may need to grow or heal. For example, the fear of public speaking might indicate a need to develop confidence, while the fear of failure might highlight a desire for external validation. When we view fear as a guide rather than an adversary, we can learn from it and use it to our advantage. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful tool in letting go of fear. Fear often resides in the mind, conjuring up scenarios that distract us from the present moment. By focusing on the here and now, we can detach from the stories fear tells and ground ourselves in reality. Mindfulness helps us observe our fears without judgment, creating space for us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Ultimately, letting go of fear is about reclaiming our power. Fear thrives on avoidance, and every time we avoid what scares us, fear grows stronger. But when we face our fears, even in small ways, we begin to dismantle their control. Each act of courage, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that we are capable, resilient, and worthy. Over time, this builds confidence and diminishes fear's influence. Letting go of fear does not mean living a life free of it. Fear will always exist as part of the human experience, but we can choose not to let it define us. We can choose to act in spite of fear, to pursue our dreams, and to embrace the unknown with open hearts. By letting go of fear, we free ourselves to live authentically, to take risks, and to create lives that are not dictated by limitation but inspired by possibility. Purpose is one of the most profound guiding forces in life, acting as a compass that points us toward meaning and fulfillment. It is not a single destination or goal, but rather a dynamic and evolving sense of direction that aligns our actions with our values and aspirations. When we live with purpose, we are not merely going through the motions of life, but actively engaging in it with intention and clarity. Purpose gives us a reason to persevere through challenges, a framework for decision-making, and a sense of significance in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. At its core, purpose is deeply personal. It is not something dictated by societal expectations or external pressures, but arises from an inner connection to what truly matters to us. To discover our purpose, we must first engage in self-reflection and ask meaningful questions: what brings us joy? What drives us to make a difference? What legacy do we want to leave behind? These inquiries help us uncover the values, passions, and principles that form the foundation of our purpose. It is not about finding a perfect answer, but about connecting with what resonates most authentically with who we are. Living with purpose means using it as a compass to guide our decisions and actions. When faced with choices, large or small, we can turn to our purpose to determine the right path. For example, someone whose purpose is rooted in fostering connections might prioritize relationships over material success. Another person driven by a purpose to create may focus their energy on artistic or entrepreneurial endeavors. Purpose provides clarity amid the noise of life, helping us navigate complexities and avoid distractions that do not serve our deeper goals. One of the most powerful aspects of purpose is its ability to sustain us during difficult times. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties that can leave us feeling lost or discouraged. But when we are anchored in purpose, we have a source of strength to draw upon. Purpose reminds us of the bigger picture, helping us see adversity as part of a larger journey rather than an insurmountable obstacle. It motivates us to keep going, even when the path ahead is unclear or difficult. Purpose transforms hardship into an opportunity for growth and resilience. It is important to understand that purpose is not static. It evolves as we grow, learn, and experience life. What feels meaningful at one stage of life may shift as our circumstances or perspectives change. This fluidity is not a sign of inconsistency, but a natural reflection of our growth. Purpose is not about rigidly adhering to a single ideal. It is about staying true to the essence of what drives us while remaining open to new possibilities. Embracing this flexibility allows us to adapt to life's changes without losing sight of what matters most. Purpose also transcends individual fulfillment. While it is deeply personal, it often connects us to something larger than ourselves. Purpose inspires us to contribute to the world in meaningful ways, whether by helping others, advancing a cause, or creating something of lasting value. This outward focus gives our lives a sense of significance beyond our immediate experiences. It reminds us that we are part of a greater whole and that our actions can have a ripple effect far beyond what we can see. Living with purpose does not mean every moment of life will be perfectly aligned or free of doubt. There will be times when we question our direction or feel disconnected from our sense of purpose. These moments are natural and even necessary as they prompt us to reflect, recalibrate, and deepen our understanding of what truly matters. Purpose is not a destination we arrive at, but a journey we continually embark upon. Each step we take, guided by purpose, brings us closer to a life that feels meaningful and authentic. The beauty of purpose is that it can be expressed in countless ways. It does not require grand gestures or monumental achievements. Purpose can be found in the quiet moments of kindness, in the pursuit of a passion, or in the dedication to personal growth. It is not defined by the magnitude of our actions, but by the sincerity of our intentions. When we live with purpose, even the smallest actions take on significance, contributing to a life that feels rich and meaningful. Ultimately, purpose as a compass is about alignment, aligning our actions with our values, our passions with our contributions, and our lives with our deepest sense of meaning. It provides a sense of direction that goes beyond mere survival or success, offering a framework for living a life of intention and fulfillment. Purpose reminds us that we are not just passive participants in life, but active creators of our experiences. It calls us to step into our power, embrace our uniqueness, and contribute to the world in ways that only we can. In a world that often pulls us in many directions, purpose grounds us. It helps us navigate uncertainty, prioritize what truly matters, and find joy and meaning in the journey. When we use purpose as our compass, we are not merely living, we are living deeply, intentionally, and authentically. And in doing so, we create a life that not only fulfills us, but leaves a lasting impact on the world around us. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet it is something many of us resist. It disrupts routines, challenges comfort zones, and brings uncertainty. But change also carries with it the potential for growth, renewal, and transformation. When we embrace change and learn to flow with it, we align ourselves with the natural rhythms of life, opening the door to new possibilities and deeper fulfillment. Resisting change may feel safe in the short term, but true freedom and growth come from accepting and adapting to the shifting tides of life. Life itself is a constant state of flux. Seasons change, relationships evolve, and circumstances shift, often in ways we cannot predict or control. This fluidity can be unsettling, as it forces us to confront the unknown. However, resisting change does not stop it from happening, it only increases our struggle. When we cling to what is familiar, we limit ourselves and risk missing opportunities that could lead to something greater. Embracing change means letting go of this resistance and trusting in the process of life, even when the path ahead is unclear. One of the keys to embracing change is cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness. Instead of viewing change as a threat, we can choose to see it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and discover. Each change, no matter how challenging, carries with it lessons that can deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. A career shift might lead to discovering a hidden passion. A move to a new city could bring new connections and perspectives. Even losses and setbacks can become catalysts for inner growth and resilience when we approach them with an open heart and mind. Another crucial aspect of embracing change is learning to flow with life rather than resisting it. Flow is the state of being fully present and engaged in the moment, adapting to whatever arises with grace and flexibility. When we are in flow, we are not rigidly trying to control outcomes or cling to specific expectations. Instead, we trust in our ability to navigate the currents of life, allowing ourselves to move naturally with its ebbs and flows. This approach requires letting go of the need for certainty and embracing the beauty of uncertainty as a space where creativity and transformation can thrive. Fear often lies at the root of our resistance to change. We fear the unknown, fear failure, or fear losing what we have worked so hard to build. These fears, while understandable, can hold us back from fully embracing life's opportunities. To move past this fear, we must acknowledge it without letting it define us. Change is rarely as daunting as our minds make it out to be, and often taking the first step into the unknown reveals a path far less intimidating than we imagined. Facing change with courage and a willingness to learn helps us grow stronger and more confident in our ability to adapt. Embracing change also involves letting go of attachments to outcomes. Many of us have a vision of how life should be, and when reality does not align with that vision, we feel frustrated or disheartened. But life is rarely linear, and its greatest gifts often come in unexpected forms. Letting go of rigid expectations allows us to appreciate what unfolds, even if it looks different from what we had planned. It creates space for gratitude and presence, enabling us to find joy and meaning in the journey rather than fixating on the destination. Resilience plays a vital role in navigating change. Resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with strength and adaptability. It involves recognizing that setbacks and transitions are not endpoints, but stepping stones on the path of growth. Building resilience requires self-compassion, patience, and the belief that we have the inner resources to handle whatever comes our way. By developing resilience, we transform change from something to fear into something we can embrace with confidence. Flowing with change does not mean passively accepting everything that happens. It is about actively engaging with life, making choices that align with our values and goals while remaining flexible enough to adjust when circumstances shift. It is a balance between intention and surrender, a dance between effort and acceptance. This dynamic balance allows us to move through life with ease and purpose, embracing its rhythm rather than fighting against it. Ultimately, embracing change and flow is about trusting in life's inherent wisdom. It is about recognizing that every change, whether joyful or challenging, is part of a larger tapestry that we may not fully understand in the moment. When we surrender to this flow, we become co-creators of our lives, shaping our experiences while remaining open to the unexpected. This openness allows us to live with greater freedom, authenticity, and joy. Change is not something to fear, but to welcome as a natural and essential part of life. By embracing it and flowing with its currents, we discover our own strength, creativity, and resilience. We learn to let go of what no longer serves us and make room for what is yet to come. In doing so, we align ourselves with the ever-unfolding nature of life, finding harmony and fulfillment in the process. Life is a delicate interplay between the internal and the external, the unseen and the tangible. Inner mastery and outer action represent these two realms, working in harmony to create a life of fulfillment, purpose, and impact. Inner mastery is the cultivation of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and alignment with one's values, while outer action is the expression of these qualities in the world through choices, behaviors, and accomplishments. Together, they form a balanced approach to living a way to navigate life with clarity, intention, and effectiveness. Inner mastery begins with a journey inward. It is the practice of understanding oneself at the deepest level, our thoughts, emotions, motivations, and desires. This self-awareness is the foundation upon which all outer action is built. Without it, we risk being driven by unconscious patterns, external influences, or fleeting impulses. Through reflection, mindfulness, and intentionality, we develop the ability to observe our inner landscape without judgment. We come to understand our strengths and limitations, our fears and aspirations, and the deeper truths that guide our lives. A key aspect of inner mastery is emotional regulation, the ability to navigate emotions with grace and resilience. Emotions are powerful forces, often shaping our decisions and interactions. Left unchecked, they can lead to impulsive actions or reactive behaviors that undermine our goals. Inner mastery allows us to acknowledge and process our emotions without being controlled by them. It empowers us to respond to life's challenges with composure and wisdom, rather than being swept away by fear, anger, or doubt. Inner mastery also involves aligning with our values and purpose. It asks us to clarify what truly matters to us and to live in integrity with those principles. This alignment creates a sense of inner harmony, reducing the dissonance that arises when our actions contradict our beliefs. When we cultivate inner mastery, we build a strong inner compass that guides our decisions and keeps us anchored, even amid uncertainty or external pressures. However, inner mastery alone is not enough. Without outer action, our inner growth remains abstract and disconnected from the world around us. Outer action is how we bring our inner mastery to life. It is the process of turning intentions into tangible outcomes, dreams into reality, and values into lived experiences. Outer action is the bridge between our inner world and the external world. It is how we create impact, build relationships, and contribute to the greater good. To take meaningful outer action, we must first be clear about our goals and priorities. Inner mastery provides the clarity needed to distinguish between actions that align with our purpose and those that distract or detract from it. It helps us focus our energy on what truly matters, enabling us to act with precision and effectiveness. Outer action grounded in inner mastery is not about constant hustle or endless striving. It is about deliberate, purposeful movement toward a vision that resonates with our core. The relationship between inner mastery and outer action is cyclical. Inner mastery informs and shapes outer action, while outer action, in turn, deepens and reinforces inner mastery. For example, stepping outside our comfort zone to pursue a challenging goal may reveal limiting beliefs or fears that require inner work. Similarly, practicing self-discipline or perseverance in the face of adversity strengthens our character and builds resilience. This dynamic interplay ensures that growth is holistic, encompassing both internal transformation and external achievement. Another vital component of this balance is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and both our inner state and external circumstances will inevitably change. Inner mastery helps us remain centered and flexible, while outer action allows us to respond effectively to new challenges and opportunities. Together, they enable us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and agility, staying true to our essence while embracing the flow of change. The integration of inner mastery and outer action also fosters authenticity. When our outer actions are rooted in inner mastery, they reflect who we truly are rather than who we think we should be. This authenticity creates deeper connections with others and a sense of fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with our true selves. It eliminates the need for pretense or approval seeking, allowing us to act from a place of genuine confidence and integrity. In the end, inner mastery and outer action are not opposing forces but complementary dimensions of a meaningful life. Inner mastery equips us with the self-awareness, emotional strength, and clarity to make conscious choices. Outer action translates those choices into reality, shaping our lives and influencing the world around us. Together, they form a holistic approach to living a way to align our inner truth with our external impact. By cultivating inner mastery and taking purposeful outer action, we create a life that is both deeply fulfilling and outwardly effective. We become not only architects of our own growth, but also contributors to the well-being of others and the world. This balance allows us to live with intention, authenticity, and a sense of harmony between who we are and what we do. It is a path of alignment, where inner wisdom meets outer expression, creating a life of purpose, impact, and joy.